All right, let's talk about dealing with Trump. Where Nicholas, look, again, I get it. Probably if you did a survey of the voting public of the city of Melbourne, I don't know whether Trump wins or whether Harris gets the time, but decisions made by other people. And it's pretty obvious here that, he is the President of the United States, will be for the next 4 years. That means the entirety of the next federal term is on Trump's watch. Now, a Redbridge poll came out and it showed that the majority of Australians, the majority of people believe that it is Peter Dutton, not Anthony Albanese, who would be better to handle the relationship. I just went through in chapter and verse that ridiculous scenario of the supposed meeting that Rudd had where, no, he didn't really have one. He stalked him at a golf club and waved at him. This is what Peter Dutton says about why he's better on dealing with Trump.
Well, I've worked very closely with the Obama administration, with the Trump administration, with the Biden administration, and we have good relationships with a number of people in the 47th presidency in the West Wing, and we can work very closely and effectively with them.
And then, of course, the smart alecky stuff today, Nicholas, where, every idea from America, he basically wants to simultaneously suck up to and punch Trump at the same time. In fact, press play.
No, we don't have to adopt all of America's policies. What we have here from Peter Dutton is that he's so policy lazy, him and his team, that they just, if they hear something, on the news, an announcement from overseas about sacking public servants or people working from home or DEI, the dreaded inclusion policy that they're so worried about, they say, yeah, I'll have some of that.
I share the body language of Chris Minns. Shut up, mate. Nicholas?
Well, look, I do think Peter Dutton is more like Donald Trump than Anthony Albanese is. You do look at some of the positions he's taken, like on peacekeepers into Ukraine today, and you look at his language about, Europe having to do more. That is Trump-like. And, it is the case. You look at the Liberals' slogan, it's basically make Australia great again. So they're using the same political framework as Trump is. And look, if you ask Donald Trump who's he supporting in the election, I suspect he'd probably vote for Peter Dutton. So there are some parallels there. Of course, for Australians, they've got to ask who's going to represent Australia the best. And I think more than ever, we need a strong, independent Prime Minister who will take it up to whoever he needs to on the global stage.
They did. It was a poll and the answer was Dutton. But didn't literally a polling company ask the question and the answer was Peter Dutton, Nicholas?
Well, I think a lot of that's around who's the most like Donald Trump, and I think people would obviously say, well, that's Peter Dutton.
No, I think the actual question, if I can find it here we go, which is, which leader is better suited to supporting, working with, and that was the question. Anyway, that's also Australians' view overall when it comes to Trump. I have to be straight up here. Yeah, you can see that the very unfavourable is at 47. Majority of Australians not on the Trump train.